Hello, welcome back to my channel. First, let's do a quick recap. We have 5 murders, 1 suicide and 3 puzzle pieces. First murder is Ina's uncle, which was found dead with an awl stuck in his back. 10 years later, a child kills his own brother. Then a woman is found strangled in a red car. She was an acquaintance of both Ina's murdered uncle and the police chief, Hyun Hong-gyun. Next, a man is found dismembered in a red suitcase, killed by his own wife. And the last case involves the son of a factory worker, a death caused by negligence. The boy's father took his own life a year later, hoping those responsible for their negligence would be punished. Now let's continue. So, Ina and Han Sa-em investigate the murders connected to the puzzle pieces and discover that the man found dismembered in the suitcase is Chimok, had called Yoo-soon 3 times before his death. Yoo-soon is a construction tycoon which has an alibi that's just a bit too perfect. Ina visits his company in the morning to speak to him and senses detention, and later in the evening Yoo-soon is found dead in his own office, slumped over his desk. As Ina investigates the body, she finds out that he was injected at the nape of the neck under the 6th vertebra with a fatal overdose of insulin. The fact that Ina receives the 4th puzzle piece at the forensics building while they were waiting the autopsy results shows us that Yoo-soon is the 4th victim in these serial murderers, and it also reveals that the killer knows Ina's location at all time, meaning it's likely someone close to her. The 4th puzzle piece, which reveals Yoo-soon's murder, shows a clown dancing in the middle of a carnival or amusement park. Even though it doesn't depict how he was killed, like the first 3 puzzle pieces, the illustration suggests the killer considered Yoo-soon a clown and also hints at a particular location, one that is clearly very important to the killer. We then find out that this location will be demolished within a month. From this, we can deduce that the murderers will either escalate or stop entirely within the month. Then, a very important detail the two uncover is that an apartment had been owned by each of the victims connected to the puzzle pieces, all except for Ina's uncle. While investigating the reasons for his odd coincidence, Han Sa-em proposes the theory that perhaps all of them had committed a crime together and the apartment was their form of payment. The central piece of the case becomes the connection between the victims and the housing complex that used to fall under Ina's uncle's jurisdiction. Findings from achieved records reveal multiple past incidents where he had intervened. At this point, their relationship is extremely strong and they have complete trust in one another. They then discover that before the death of Ina's uncle, there was another murder of a journalist linked to this case who also had a puzzle piece, but nobody gave it much thought. On that puzzle piece was a drawing of a man holding a camera but with his eyes sew shut. Strangely, Ina remembers the journalist because she met him when she was in high school, as he lived in the same building where she used to go for tutoring. Investigating this lead, Ina looks into the last call made by the deceased and travels to Jeju Island to interview the person he spoke to on the phone. And yes, that's when another murder surfaces. Ina once again becomes the prime suspect, and when Han Sa-em visits her while she's in custody, she behaves very oddly. Even tells him, "If you believe in me, then I'm not the killer, but if you don't believe in me, then that must mean I am the killer." So in parallel, we learn that both psychologists are also in Jeju Island. Dr. Hwang is attending a conference and Dr. Lee is accompanying him. Both of them go to visit Ina at Han Sa-em's request as he's worried about her strange behavior. Here comes the moment I found odd. When Dr. Lee leaves the visit with Ina, he meets Han Sa-em and hands him a puzzle piece, one that Ina had given her to deliver to Han Sa-em. From a distance, we see Dr. Hwang's reaction reaction, visibly shaken by the sight of that puzzle pieces. It's clear that Dr. Huang knows about the puzzle pieces or has seen them before. This new puzzle piece shows an obese man in a hamburger eating competition, which means that the most recent murder that occurred in Jeju Island is also connected to their serial case. So now we have 6 out of 9 puzzle pieces. The strangest part is that Ina received the 6th puzzle piece while she was in a taxi in Jeju Island, almost near her hotel. So definitely the killer is very close to her and knows her every move. Ina starts suspecting the 2 psychologists as well as 2 of Sang Hae-eun's team members. In a twist, Captain Yong-Hoo Young emerges as the main suspect and he even confesses to the crimes. But come on, don't worry, it's not him. I didn't believe it either at the moment. He's just trying to protect someone else. The question is, who is he protecting? Even Han Sa-eum didn't believe him, especially since there were still 3 murders left. So why would he confess? And why so quickly? Why not finish the plan? When I watched this drama as it aired, I kept my eyes on the 2 psychologists. Now let's see if I was right or not.